some guy went to the store with a wheelbarrow full of money and he wanted to buy something. So he went to the store. When he came out, the looters stole the wheelbarrow and left the money because the money became so worthless. It's called hyperinflation. These are the dangers that can possibly occur to the US dollar with Donald Trump at the helm.
This is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Hello, and welcome to the Think Tank. We use critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and just a pinch of common sense to draw unbiased, logical conclusions. Today, we're here to discuss the fact that Donald Trump has now declared that this is his economy until he changes his mind, which I'm sure he will, as soon as things go bad for him, which they immediately will because the economy's not good, in my opinion. Of course, now you're going to have the opposite people in MAGA declaring how great the economy is or something like that. I can't wait to hear the spin. But at least it's going to be presented by somebody of intellect that I have to respect their intellect, and that is the Honorable Dion Powell, who, and if you like this kind of content, if you like to hear both sides so that you can develop your own opinion using your own critical thinking capabilities and practice and sharpen those skills, this is your channel. Hit that like, share it to your friends, subscribe. That subscription is important to us. It helps to build the channel, helps us into algorithms so more people can find the channel and we can build our community. With no further ado, the Honorable Dion Powell.
Hi, family. I'm District Leader Dion Powell of the Bronx Conservative Party. America first, borderline America only, Trump kind of guy. 80-20, that's how much I'm going to support the president on certain issues. I'm a consultant, strategist, community organizer, and leader here just for you.
Donald Trump has declared that this is now his economy. Last year in 2025, Donald Trump continuously blamed Biden for the failing economy, for the inflation, for the housing market crisis, for everything that was bad with the economy, and the economy is not well. Energy prices soaring, you name it, it's bad, then it's happening, and it's happening right here in America because of Donald J. Trump, according to Donald J. Trump himself. Although he claims the economy is great. What I would like to hear is, what do you think on the MAGA side about this economy?
Well, there's a lot of different aspects here of the economy, local, nationally, and internationally. I believe we're in constant flux. This is where I have to lean on the 20 side of the 80, supporting Trump, that things are in constant flux and uncertainty. And if things are in uncertainty, that's a bad thing. So that's
the stock market loves uncertainty. Wait, no, that's where businesses crash and the stock market fails.
For example, gas prices are getting lower, but other areas, let's say for, I don't know, car parts are getting higher or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on what your priorities are.
Yes, inflation. Well, actually, inflation is where it takes more money to buy the same product, right? Hey, everybody, this is your boy Leo. You know me. I've been doing commercials for 15 years, television commercials, radio ads, billboards. Now I'm trying to step it into the big leagues. I want to be an independent filmmaker. I've got the degrees, I've got the experience, and I need your help to make my first independent film, Garot. So Garot is Boys in the Hood meets Clue. So these dudes from Brooklyn is trying to buy their drugs to supply the hood. So they go to the mafia stronghold and they purchase their drugs, but one of them turns up dead. And now there's a race to find out who did it. The Godfather's going to send in his hit squad, Squadra Assassina, to take them out. They don't figure out who did it because somebody died on his turf and he's not happy and he can't have stuff like that happening in his business. So please, if you want to show support, my Kickstarter campaign is down in the description box. It appears we're in agreement that the economy is not doing as well as it possibly could. The price for gas in cars is going down, and the price for fueling your house, your apartment, your bills for gas have skyrocketed. Groceries are up. Anything coming into the country has a tariff attached to it. Tariffs raise prices. He wants to get rid of Jerome Powell and replace him with his own guy. which is basically him taking control of the Fed. Historically, from my understanding now, I'm not a historian, but from my understanding historically, there's never been a time in history, in recorded history, that the government can take control of the monetary system in the country without it spinning out of control. And when you have someone like Donald J. Trump, who is all about making his pockets bigger, take control of something like, let's say, the Fed, a guy that will sue the Department of Justice because of things that his Department of Justice did while he was in command, and basically determine how much money he's going to get of our tax dollars because of something that his Department of Justice did while he was in control. If you got somebody who's willing to do all of that, him taking control of monetary policy in the country could not possibly be more disastrous. I believe there's a story in Germany that some guy went to the store with a wheelbarrow full of money and he wanted to buy something. So he went to the store. When he came out, the looters stole the wheelbarrow and left the money because the money became so worthless. It's called hyperinflation. These are the dangers that can possibly occur to the US dollar with Donald Trump at the helm. Dion, what do you see happening as a MAGA supporter?
Well, this is why, ground news is our guide for all this kind of media news hoopla. So the economy is a nice broad term that when you type it into the search engine, it actually comes up in and of itself, like some of the items, the U.S. economy in general. But if you scroll down to a nice feature that has the blind spots, it gives you certain things that you may not encounter in other search engines like, the other brands. And it says the economy is booming. So why is the job market lagging? And it points to AP News, which is a major media outlet here. And it goes into greater depth. And you can see here, we're going into the economy, but they're also trying to cross-reference it with the job market. And it also posts the latest blind spot article, which is as of February 11th, which is, I believe, today. So that's why the job market is lagging behind, and that's what they're pointing to as a result of this economy. And, not too many news media are reporting it as of today, but mostly left-leaning media. So far, center and right haven't managed to caught up, but that's what we're getting from ground news. That's my thoughts of the matter. People are focusing more on jobs now so much as the economy, because they're saying the economy, hey, it's kind of coming up here.
So allow me to explain. Now, I'm not an economist,
There we go.
but I have a little bit of understanding of how it works. So the S&P 500, the biggest 500 companies in the world or something like that, being traded publicly. So if you want to buy stocks, there's the biggest companies in the world, S&P 500, right? Most of those stocks are tremendously down. But your very top tech companies, a la Apple and who's the chip makers? The top guys are skyrocketing. And because these companies are doing so well, and the stock market is rated on average, not the median, the number in the middle. If everybody's doing bad, but these companies are doing so well, let's see, all the way off screen, it makes the entire economy look like it's doing better than it is. But it's not the entire economy doing better. It's a few of the richest people are booming. And because it's only giving the average, the median, it's making it look like everybody's doing well when only, in fact, a small portion, a super, super small portion is making so much money it's dragging everything up. Which is not, when you hear Trump talking about it, the stock market's doing good, this is going to help your 401ks. That's not the case unless you're heavily leaning into those particular 5 stocks. Not so. this is financial literacy. So if only those companies are doing well, Amazon, if only a few, Meta, if only a few companies are doing well and everybody else is tanking, then the administration is reporting the economy is doing well because the median seems high. But the reality is, they say Wall Street versus, gosh, the term is eluding me, the Main Street, average guy, me and you, is not seeing that boom because we're not one of the richest people in the world. Only his oligarchy is seeing those numbers. Everybody else is living in the reality outside of that particular bubble, where if you're not living there, you're not seeing the economy booming. You're seeing prices go up. You're seeing there's no jobs. You're seeing the shared reality that the rest of the country is seeing, that the rest of the world is seeing, looking in to the United States like, yo, we're dumping bonds. We don't want anything supporting US dollars. That's failing. That's what you're seeing if you're looking objectively from outside a bubble. And that bubble happens to be these tech companies. So it's a tech bubble, which is being propped up by AI. All of these companies are doing so good because AI, but AI is taking jobs away. So the very thing propping these companies up is hurting the common person. So that's why you see such a disparity. AI, well, for instance, self-driving cars are taking away driving jobs. So the company is making more money because they don't got to pay drivers. So they're expanding, bringing things more toward a higher, bringing the economy, making the economy look larger while creating unemployment because there's less people with work. Again, I'm not an economist. So listen to the data points and draw your own decisions, using your critical thinking skills. Dion, what do you think?
Well, I think right now the AI is catching up to what's going on, and people take their own research. It clearly says here that in early 2026, the economy is showing strong and rapid expansion with GDP growing at an annual rate of 4.3% in the third quarter of 2025. So you see, the economy on paper is doing good. The problem is the people don't feel it. And that's always the case. And that's what happened last time under the previous administration when they said their numbers. If your people don't feel it, then it's not a reality. It's reality versus perception. The reality is that, yes, the economy is doing good, but the perception is it is not. And that's a huge problem that the president is going to have to fix this administration in terms of messaging and actual costs on the ground, especially when I said earlier that there needs to be some job growth. So,
Well, he said that it's his economy now. This is no longer Biden's economy.
here we go.
He pointed to the fact that the S&P 500 hit new highs, the highest levels ever, by the few tech companies expanding so much and separating from Main Street by so much. The common person like us, the regular people, are not feeling that boom in the economy, but the people surrounding him, the tech people, the oligarchy people surrounding him, the oligarchs, are happy with everything the way it's going. So they're giving him good news, and he thinks because they're doing well, because he's richer than he's ever been from all the grift that he's done since he's been in office. He wasn't a millionaire. Now he's worth what, $4 billion? His personal economy has grown by stealing from the people. So yes, he feels the economy's doing good. He sees S&P 500 and thinks that the average American is happy because he's doing good. I think that is going to cost us. I think that hurts us. But we seem to be in agreement. The economy in Main Street with jobs and Trump claiming responsibility for that, being that was one of the biggest things that we put him in office for. Well, I didn't vote for him. One of the biggest things that he was put in office for, his supporters are not feeling. They're not feeling his math. His math ain't mathing. The economy's not doing well. A couple of companies are doing well.
Well,
On
again,
paper, it looks good to him, but it doesn't feel good to the people that are experiencing it. Dion, any closing thoughts?
we are the media, and now so are you. So as you can see, we need this algorithm to pay attention to all of us by sharing our content and adding your own. That way, the news breaks through to the rest of the world.
Thank you for that. All right, this is Leon Dion signing out.